This is a Cantonese recipe and here is how I interpret it in Hong Kong. Using a frozen duck from Indianapolis from America. This duck is a big one. Weight 2.88 kilogram. A huge bird. Worth the effort as this bird is of high quality. Very meaty and flavoring. Takes 2 days to get it defrost at the fridge. Ingredients include a huge piece of fresh ginger, 10 cloves of garlic, 10 pieces of cinnamon, 10 grams of white peppercorn, 2 big pieces of dried orange peel and some Sichuan red peppercorn. Soften the orange peels with drinking water. This will take around half an hour. Let's prepare the double plume sauce, which is the soul of this recipe. With the mix of the flavoring candied dried plumes and the pickled plumes, just intensify the whole thing up. You will love it. Simply add 5 pieces of pickled plumes and add 2 candied plumes into a mixing bowl. Candied plumes from Hong Kong are delicacies. You can always put them in Chinese brown rice wine to brighten the wine up for dinners. So, Chinese brown rice wine is not just cheap cooking wine ever after. Yay! Now, squash them with a spoon. They are soft and easy to take care of, so you can be relaxed. Add 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of red rice vinegar. This red vinegar tastes crispy and sharp. Will give your duck a contrast versus the thick and fatty juice. Add a tablespoon of oyster sauce for a heavy saltiness. Now mix everything with your spoon lightly, not heavily. In the Chinese cooking, blender is not common, and most of the time, not necessary. You can say that their flavoring technique is a bit mild. Now here, we add a bit of water to bring more liquid for the purpose. Say 2 more tablespoons of water to the double plume sauce. Slightly mix it again. So the plume sauce is ready. Well done. Slice up your ginger. As in our Cantonese cuisine, ginger is the key to get rid of bad smell of the red blood released from the bird, and also giving some base flavor to the bird. Squash the cloves to skin off the garlic. Now, time to take care of our bird. Use paper towel to dry the bird nicely. Dry up the skin and the inner cage of the bird. I have trim off the wingtips and fronts from the bird, as I do not want the bird to open wide her wings. Don't forget the wok is of limited size. This act is helpful. Use your scissor to trim off the fatty neck and the fatty bottom and tail of the bird, as too much fat on the bird is just too fatty, and might hurt the flavor of this recipe. So, just go ahead to trim them off like what I have done here. Spend time to pick up the hair from the bird. Add in dark soy sauce all over the bird to give it a color bath. As dark soy sauce is given color by the caramel, it will make the presentation lovely. It is okay to rub in the color to the bird by hand. I'm blessing the bird like this as well. Yeah. Now, heat up the wok with medium-high heat, not too high. Add in some cooking oil with a round action from the outer circle to the middle. Once the heat is high enough, add in the ginger slices. Let the ginger release its aroma. Stir-fry the ginger slices to enhance the release of fragrance further. Your kitchen is now full of ginger blessing. Be confident to hold and bring over your huge bird into the wok, but with care. Never drop it into the wok. Never. We are browning the 4 sides of the bird. First the back, then the breast. Be patient and tentative. When one side is ready, you can hear the sound of the sizzling different. If you can have a heat-resisting glove like mine, you can be confident and with some effort to turn the bird properly. Suggesting to re-watch this video on this part, so that you are more ready to take care of the bird when it is in a hot wok cooking. Patience needed, but do not panic. If any accident happened, just turn off the stove and place the bird properly. Then, move on. I have mistakes before, but never get myself hurt. Be calm. Practice make perfect. Once you have done all sides, add in half of your plume sauce. Some on top of the bird and some into the bottom of the wok. Then add in hot water till the level is halfway to the bird. Hot water can hold the heat and retain the juice in the bird itself. Now add in the dry ingredients that we prepared at the beginning. Slowly and no rush, into the hot water. Let the bird simmer in the wok openly at medium heat. Now add in 3 to 4 big pieces of rock sugar. In this duck recipe, rock sugar is there to thicken the liquid and enhance the aroma of the cinnamon and orange peels. Once you see the bubble, cover the lid and let it simmer at medium-low heat. Then come back here to scrap out the white part of the orange peel. This white part of the orange tastes bitter and of no use to our recipe. Once done it, you can bring the orange peel to the wok and keep cooking. Check out the bird by opening the lid for every 10 minutes. Do not try to leave the bird on its own. Be patient. For every opening of the lid, use a big soup spoon to bring up the sauce to the top of the bird to make the duck feel warm and even out the heat. And this will allow no bursting of the skin. This action is mesmerizing, isn't it? You can add a bit more dark soy sauce if you want the color to be darker. When you have time, prepare some pak choy to suck the juice of the bird when served. Not the bird looks fine after 45 minutes. I will suggest to keep cooking for another 10 to 15 minutes, so as to ensure it is all well cooked. Keep going with the liquid to the top action. To even out the heat over the whole bird, spoon up some hot liquid and bring it to the top of the bird again and again. Please do not mind the length of this video, as I want to go through the process with you and I do not want you to miss out anything. So, from time to time, cover the lid and leave it for another 10 minutes. Okay, the bird looks well cooked. You can turn off the heat now and get a big stainless steel container by the side of the wok and be calm to hold the bird properly with 2 gloved hands, holding the bottom and the neck of the bird properly and bring it over to the container, so as to get ready to cut up the bird. If it is not slippery, you can just hold the leg of the bird for the purpose. Now, scoop out the ingredients from the duck sauce. We can keep this sauce as it is. Get another small saucepan and sieve some juice to make the double plume gravy. Add in the rest of the uncooked Plumes sauce and turn on a medium-low heat to reduce the gravy till thickened. This will take a while. Now, about cutting up the bird. This is not as difficult as you think. But first, allow the bird to cool down for around 5 to 10 minutes, so that it is cool enough for you to handle by hand. This is a warm bird now, well cooked. Here are the steps and sequence. First, get a big knife. Then, with the breast facing upward, half the bird with the big knife by sliding it into the meat and use your palm to hit the back of the chopping knife. The bird will then be halved, or else you can just slice in your sharp knife and do the job. After this, no more hardship. As you can now just handle half of the bird one by one. Then you slice in your knife to bring the leg out like what I am doing here. Then you slice in your knife to bring out the wing from the shoulder of the bird. Now, trim off the thin piece under the breast. Then you can just slice up the breast nicely and easily. So, now, half of the bird is done, and repeat for the other half. Now, just scoop in the well-prepared plume gravy and you are good to go. Bon appétit!